Good evening, friends. The top health headline today, June 15, 2026, features major moves by the FDA, including a massive oncology drug sweep and a milestone for kids with prediabetes. We have some massive medical breakthroughs to talk about. The FDA just greenlit a wave of new cancer treatments, kids are getting a game-changing health tool, and a major supplement review is changing how we look at bone health. If you want to stay ahead of the curve on health and science, hit that subscribe button right now. Let's dive into today's top stories. Segment 1, the FDA Cancer Wave. First up, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration had an incredibly busy weekend, approving multiple life-saving oncology treatments. If you or a loved one are fighting prostate cancer, this first one is huge. The FDA officially approved AstraZeneca's drug, Truqap, combined with standard therapies, for adults with a specific type of advanced prostate cancer called PTN deficient. PTN deficient tumors grow very fast and are hard to treat. Truqap is now the first targeted treatment to tackle this head-on, giving patients a much better shot at keeping the cancer in remission. But that is not all. The FDA also approved Welireg, belzutifan, paired with Keytruda as a safety net treatment for patients with renal cell carcinoma, a type of kidney cancer. This is for people who had surgery to remove their tumors but still face a very high risk of the cancer coming back. This new drug duo acts like an extra shield to keep them cancer-free. Segment 2, Tech for Kids and a COVID Countdown. Next, let's talk about a major victory for children's health. The FDA just cleared the very first over-the-counter continuous glucose monitor for kids. It is called the Dexcom Stelo Glucose Biosensor System, and it is for children ages 2 and older who do not use insulin. Prediabetes is rising quickly among kids in the United States. Before this, parents had to get a prescription just to monitor their child's blood sugar trends. Now, families can buy this sensor right over the counter to catch blood sugar spikes early and prevent type 2 diabetes before it even starts. And keep your eyes peeled for tomorrow. The FDA is expected to make a final decision by June 16 on ensitrelvir. This is an oral antiviral pill designed to prevent you from getting sick after you have been exposed to COVID-19. In trials, it cut the risk of developing symptoms by 67%. If approved, it will be the first oral pill of its kind in the US. Segment 3, Supplement Science and Fungal Highways. Now for 2 mind-blowing studies published today that might change your daily routine. First, millions of older adults take calcium and vitamin D pills every day to keep their bones strong. But a massive new study tracking nearly 154,000 people found that these supplements actually offer very little benefit for preventing bone breaks or falls. Experts are saying we should focus more on weight-bearing exercises and getting nutrients from real food instead of relying on bottles. Second, if you look down at the dirt beneath your feet, you are standing on a massive secret. For the very first time, scientists have mapped a global fungal superhighway hidden underground. They estimate these fungal networks stretch an unbelievable 68 quadrillion miles across the Earth. This network acts like a giant internet for plants, sharing nutrients and sustaining almost all life on land. Segment 4, Global Health Alerts. We also have 2 critical global health updates you need to know about. Over in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, health officials are battling a severe epidemic of the Bundibugyo Ebola virus. The standard Ebola vaccines we have do not protect against this specific strain. The CDC warned today that if the outbreak is not contained, it could match the deadly West Africa crisis from a decade ago. Global health teams are rushing to test 3 new vaccine candidates to stop the spread. Meanwhile, today is officially World Dengue Day. The World Health Organization reported that over half of the global population is now at risk for this mosquito-borne virus. Due to warming temperatures, dengue is moving out of just tropical areas and into places that used to be too cold for these mosquitoes. They are urging communities everywhere to clear standing water to stop mosquitoes. Outro and engagement. That wraps up your medical news update for this Monday, June 15, 2026. From new cancer shields to over-the-counter tech for kids, medicine is moving faster than ever. What story surprised you the most today? Are you shocked by that calcium and vitamin D study? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don, what specific health topics, like longevity, mental health, or biotechnology, do your viewers love most? I can easily tailor future script updates to highlight those fields. Neonatal herpes infections. Severe neonatal herpes infections have surged post-COVID, with HSV-1 now the dominant subtype. Many newborns lack classic symptoms, complicating diagnosis. Increased awareness and research into prevention, including vaccines, are crucial for addressing this trend. Medscape. Neurologic manifestations in Ebola survivors persisted more than 7 years after acute infection, data from the prospective PREVAIL-3 study showed. MedPage Today. Pneumococcal conjugate vaccines, PCVs. For pediatricians practicing today, it can be difficult to fully appreciate the burden of pneumococcal disease that existed before the conjugate vaccine era. Younger physicians may never have regularly managed a waiting room filled with children suffering from acute otitis media or cared for infants with pneumococcal sepsis or meningitis. Yet for those who practiced through the 1980s and 1990s, the impact of pneumococcal conjugate vaccines, PCVs, has been extraordinary. Medscape, disclaimer, compiled information. This content is for educational purposes and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. The audience/viewers must verify the contents before use. The creator, publisher, and YouTube will not be responsible for any harm.